Welcome to Local Edition. My name is Brad Pomerance. We thank you for joining us. Our guest is Persia White. She stars on the CW series Girlfriends in its 7th season. Wow. We'll talk about Girlfriends in a few moments. I want to first talk about an organization you're involved in. It's called Hollywood Arts. Tell us about Hollywood Arts.
Well, Hollywood Arts is an organization that is basically helping at-risk youth and homeless youth here in Los Angeles. The goal is to rehabilitate and use the arts as therapy and to bring these kids back into a workable sort of self-determination, to have a sense of self-worth. And the shelter will not just shelter but teach children how to make these skills and take them into the workplace. And not just that, have a sense of self-importance and dignity, because a lot of these kids, they range from ages 15 to 24. When you're in the foster care system, people don't know that you're, after 18, kicked out on the street if you don't have family and you've been constantly going back to shelters due to, it can be abuse, multiple abuses, and you end up in this type of pattern, and then you have nothing.
Why this organization? There are a lot of organizations out there that deal with homelessness or, troubled youth. Why Hollywood Arts?
Well, I had a very hard childhood as a teenager, and I was around a lot of kids who were troubled, and I found that the arts personally saved my life, and I find them to be extremely healing. And we all know that arts can be enjoyable and fun, but the most important thing is how it makes you, it gives you a sense of fulfillment. It puts you in the creative standpoint where you're actually creating something, puts you at cause over yourself in a very beautiful way. And it saved my life. I know it's been, with troubled youth, it's a key factor is that a lot of them are interested in the arts, and I think that's because it's so healing. So my own personal life avenue is the arts have saved me, and I would love to help others and kids that use that vehicle in the same way.
I have to think that when these kids hear that Persia White, a television star, was troubled herself, that they really do attach and they can see you as that role model. Do you notice that yourself?
Yeah, I did go and I worked with the kids, and Dylan Kendall, who runs the organization, and she told me about it and said, it's going to be hard. And I've worked with a lot of groups with animal welfare, and working with kids is a soft spot. They're just so beautiful, and every one of them has a story, and every one of them is important. And we did improv and theater exercises, and you're right, they're shocked. They don't know that, they think that everybody else's life, it tends to be that way, is perfect. Or if you see the end product that I'm doing well now, that, it was always that way, or handed to her, or she had a great, silver spoon in her mouth when she was born. I don't have any of those things. And I was on a path that a lot of those kids are on, which is, it's paved. Go down the self-destructive path. It's sort of laid out for you. Here it is, and you're going down that path really fast. And it hit me one day. I was like, oh my God, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Society would love, in my opinion at the time, the forces that I don't like, and I see and want to change, would like someone with a creative, open, individual mind to just shut down, become self-destructive, and do exactly that. And you're quiet, you don't mean anything, you have no voice. And I was like, I'm stopping that, and I put all my energy into the arts. And so they don't know. But you're right, the kids relate. We have similar stories, a lot of them, and mine isn't exactly the same as any of them, but the struggle is real.
Well, you're an inspiration. Let's talk about your successes. Girlfriends, 7th season on a new network now, the CW. Yeah. What's it like to be on a hit show, 7 seasons? I think it's the longest running sitcom on TV now.
It's mind-blowing. Kelsey Grammer, who was our executive producer back in season 1, we were talking about all this. It's like, how long, everyone's always trying to guess like how long. And he went on for so many years, 15 years from Frasier. It's mind-blowing and positive, and I feel really fortunate and blessed, and
Sunday nights, Channel 5 in this market.
Yes.
8 o'clock?
8
o'clock. You have a documentary, Earthlings. Tell us about it.
Earthlings, I co-produced. Joaquin Phoenix does the narration, and it is a movie about the interconnectedness of man, nature, and or your environment and animals. There is an interconnectedness that people don't realize. That's why I love Hollywood Arts. I believe that all of us have the interconnected nature. We just haven't really looked at it to find that empathy and compassion is the goal of the film.